So I think the important thing to understand is that there's a lot of different agencies that'll take a particular refugee's case and hand it off from one to the other. There's a process that goes from one agency to the other. So the first thing, a person who is a refugee fleeing, let's say, a country where there's war, is they register with a part of the United Nations that's called the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And what you basically need to show is that you meet the definition of what is a refugee, which is somebody who either has been persecuted or fears that they will be persecuted based on their race, religion, national origin, political opinion, or social group. And you have to tell facts to UNHCR that show that you're a refugee. At that point, UNHCR, they will refer you to different countries that have told the United Nations, we are willing to accept X number of refugees from this particular country. And then they're going to go to the State Department. State Department is going to review their case. Then they're going to be sent to us for what is called screening. And there's two things that we do in this screening process. One, we really learn the story of their case to see whether they really are a refugee under those requirements that I mentioned to you earlier. But secondly, we take a bunch of steps to conduct background checks to assure ourselves that the person is not a criminal or that the person in some way is a threat to the national security of the United States. But there's also a humanitarian question. And certainly when we admit refugees, we do it at least in part for humanitarian reasons. That's a choice that we have to make about what our values are as to how much humanitarian immigration we want to allow.